Hi, so my name is Vicky Etherington, and I work with coaches and therapists, many of whom run through my flagship program, which is the WordPress Success Bootcamp. And the bootcamp is a 12-week program where students learn to create their own client-attracting website, and it empowers them in their ongoing online marketing. And one of the coaches that I recently worked with was Mandy Muckholt. Hi, Mandy.
Hi, Vicky.
Welcome, and thank you for joining me today. So I just want to give you a little bit of an introduction. So Mandy is a vastly experienced mentor who works with successful and professional women who have become disenchanted with their jobs or their life and are wanting a change. So Mandy, can you maybe just give me a little bit of a summary about your career or your business to date?
Yeah, sure, Vicky. So I think change is the operative word. So I've had a lot of change in my career and my life. If I just give you a kind of quick summary of the roles that I played. So I started off as a maths teacher to 11 to 18-year-olds. And then I trained as an auditor, went into corporate finance, became a team leader, really started to rediscover my love of people development and coaching and training, started to shift career into that field, started working in change as well, change consulting, and then 12 years ago set up my own business, which is all about change.
Wow, that's amazing. Such a diverse career, but it's great that it's brought you to where you are now.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of women that you work with through your workshops, it facilitates massive transformations for them. So I'm just wondering, at what point in your business, you've been in business for 12 years, at what point did you feel like you needed a program like the WordPress Success Bootcamp that was going to teach you how to create your own website?
Yeah, so initially I didn't really want to get involved in any of that kind of stuff, and I outsourced it. And I guess my background was at KPMG for 12 years, so I always had an IT helpline. Other people would do it for me. And I carried that mindset over into my own business, that this wasn't a skill or a strength that I had, and the best policy was to get other people to do it. And it did serve me for a number of years, because at the beginning of my business, I did a lot more consulting, and it was much more B2B. So the website didn't need to be so interactive or fun or live or engaging even. I got a lot of my work on big contracts, doing organizational transformation, and was coaching people in-house. So my website wasn't so much as a marketing tool. And it was only in the last 18 months or so, as I shifted strategy in my business to be more business to consumer, and to really start to understand that to develop my business in that arena, I needed a different kind of website. And I needed to know how to do it myself first. And maybe later on, if there's more complex things that I need to do on the site, yes, get a specialist in. But I really needed to know how to do it myself. And I have, and it's been amazing. So thank you.
Well, you've been amazing. You've been brilliant to work with, because you're such a great action taker. But it's really, really interesting that you had that realization that you wanted to have more control over your website and that you didn't want somebody else doing it for you. Is that because you feel like you're going to be throwing more energy into that side of your business in terms of your online marketing? Or is it just because you wanted to be able to have a more dynamic kind of piece of your marketing channel that you were able to just control at any time?
I think it's both. It's kind of both. And I think one of the wonderful things about building my own website from scratch was that I really came close and upfront and personal with those questions in my own business that I'd certainly not avoided, but I hadn't really embodied, if you like. Even something as basic, I'm almost ashamed to say this, but as basic as who is my ideal client, and really understanding them. And that flowed through into everything in terms of how I built the content, created a look and feel for my site, developed a new logo. And having done that, I actually want to be more engaged and proactive in my marketing. I want to be able to to put things on my site that is speaking directly to them and create a participation and engagement, and also to have sales funnels that are live and living, really living on the site, and are working for the business, but are also helping people connect to me in a much more dynamic way as well.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, I definitely felt like you went through an evolution that's, you know, in your business and in what you wanted to actually present and how you wanted to present it, it was fantastic to see that process that you went through. So yeah, I mean, I loved working with you through it, and I know you were very enthusiastic about what you were learning, and it was like an epiphany really as you went through that. It was just great to see your successes and be able to share those with you. So, I mean, is the boot camp something that you would recommend for other coaches to do if they were interested in taking more control of their website?
Oh, absolutely. And I wish you'd been around 12 years ago when I first set up in business. Yes, I think it's a no-brainer, especially for people who are new into running their own business, and perhaps maybe even new into think about marketing and who their clients are and who they're going to work with. What I also really loved about it was 12 weeks. So it's a decent amount of time. You are investing 12 weeks of your life in this, but it's certainly not a full-time 12 weeks. I mean, I was working and generating income at the same time. And what I loved about it was the gradual learning process. And I loved the foundation that was set. I would never have been able to do that on my own in terms of things like security of a WordPress site and backing things up. You know, what's best practice around that. But it's not just what's best practice, it's what are the processes that you can employ to make it just happen automatically. And the gradual week by week build on my own knowledge was actually very confidence building. So I think part of the reason I hadn't got involved in all that technology stuff was I had a belief that I wasn't good at it. And I've shattered that completely, which is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm not afraid of stuff going wrong anymore on the website either, because I now understand where I can go to for help, and I understand how I put it together. So it's been enormously confidence building. But as I say, I think the key thing for me in terms of recommending it to others is it helps you get closer to your clients. Yeah, absolutely. At a heart level, it helps you get closer to them.
Yeah, I love that. That's brilliant. So, okay, thank you, Mandy. That's a great précis of your experience of the bootcamp, and I'm really grateful for you sharing that. Thank you. So, where can we find out more about you and the service that you offer, and obviously, more importantly, the website that you've just built?
Yeah. So it's my name. So, and that was another shift actually that I made through the 12 weeks. I had been operating under a company brand name before, and I shifted to personal about 10 days into the boot camp. Again, that was another realization. So it's simply mandymccalt.com. And Mandy is with a Y, so it's Mandy, and McCalt is muckalt.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mandy. And I can't wait to just watch this space and see your business grow and flourish even further.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.